Welcome to the official walkthrough tour of the Maritimo M50 Flybridge motor yacht. So here we are in the M50 lower cockpit area, and joining me today from the design team is Julian and Neil. Welcome aboard, guys. So Julian, tell us some of the other key features of this lower cockpit area.
On the port hand side, we have our fridge freezer unit, which is really good. Lots of storage in there, easy to access when you're on the swim platform enjoying the water. In the middle, we have our lazarette access. We have a lid and a door for convenient access down there. Nice ladder, really easy to get in, lots of room. And on the starboard side, we have our barbecue module. Nice, huge grill here, huge sink, hot and water mixer right there. Everything you need to entertain out here on the back deck. The lazarette day access is really easy to use. There's lots of space. There's a ladder right below me. I can step down quite easily. I've got plenty of headroom. Down here with the ample space, I can quickly get to my rudders. I can quickly get to my fenders, black tanks. With the main lazarette hatch open, you can actually see how much space we have in our lazarette.
So Neil, let's move into the upper cockpit space, and why don't you take us through this area in particular here?
Okay, Simon, so when we go through the design process, obviously we have to design for all the compliance issues. It's a blue water boat, people take this out at sea. So when we do our steps, we want a nice flow through, so it's easy for the customers to get up and down. We incorporate these side gates area, so it's a positive lock, slides open, easy flow through. But the ideal thing about this is when you're at sea, you're not supposed to be in that lower cockpit area. You're in this upper area, it's nice and safe. We can put an acrylic panel there, so if you've got dogs on board, they don't go running off. So those are all the things that we take into consideration when we do the design work. These different levels, nice flow through the boats, and just making it easy for the customer to transverse throughout the boat. Okay, so now we're up in this area. What we have here, we have our rope storage lockers. On this side we have shore power. These are all wet areas, so they self-drain. We've got the same thing over on the starboard side, which is another rope locker. There's fresh water washed down in there. So access down into the lazarette. Not only have we got the access down at the back through the day access hatch, but we've also got this fantastic large hatch, which gives you easy access to the lazarette. You can have somebody down in there passing supplies down into that area. Large water toys, they can all go in there, and you can just see how vast the access is into that space. Seals all the way around, and it just folds down out the way, back into being your seat. You've got these side lockers either side. You've got this beautiful overhead vinyl panels. And then this cockpit area, the main feature about this cockpit area, we lifted it one step. So it goes through to the galley all at one level. It's nice and clean. We've got our drainage slots at the front there, so if you did get a green wave over the back here, it all self-drains out the back, it all complies. But what it means is your connection from the galley area into the cockpit is seamless. So it's a beautiful, nice flow through, and that was one of the features of the boat. So on the cockpit area here, we've got this large engine room access hatch. The reason we designed it this size was actually give us fantastic ability to pull large components out if you do have a major problem with them. So we can actually pull a genset or a gyro out through the hatch here.
So what every Maritimo is known for, if it's aft galley orientation and its close proximity to the upper cockpit space. Neil, why don't you take us through the key features of this new M50 galley?
Well, as we mentioned, Simon, it's this flow through from the galley, but look at this massive headroom that we've got in the boats, almost 7 foot tall, and we've been really creative with the way we've done our headliners to get the full headroom throughout the boat, but it means that we've got a huge amount of space in here.
Definitely, and why don't you take us through all the different appliances that this galley has appointed with?
Okay, so over here we've got our full height Miele fridge, so plenty of room in there. You've got plenty of room for storage. Microwave Miele oven. Through there we've got our fish and pickle drawer dishwasher. Drawer storage all the way around. There's garbage bin storage in our island bench that we're known for. Plenty of drawers here. Lots of storage throughout the boat. And then we've got the other side, Simon, which is the is the benefit on the port side. So we've got a pull-out pantry. We've got refrigeration below there. You've got an ice maker below there. So it's really well appointed. And a boat 50 foot in this size, you've got something that you'd see on a 55 or a 60 foot boat. Maritimo is known for its quality of craftsmanship and materials. This boat is fitted out with gloss walnut. The solid surface bench tops are Bianco, all done in-house.
As we make our way into the saloon, you can see how much light is in this space. We've got our large vista windows on both sides, a large forward screen, and ample seating. A big feature that the design team was tasked with this boat was reducing the overall height. As you can see on our headliner, we have a step, and that has allowed us to push the overall vessel height lower down, but still allowing us to have a huge space, functional space that flows through from the galley. At the aft end of the lounge, we have storage. Just next to that, we have a pull-out bed solution, which is really good. It's a double bed. On the port hand side, we have our dinette table. It swivels to give you access to the storage underneath. If we fold it out, it comfortably will seat 6 people around the outside of the table. Perfect to enjoy dinner in the evening.
So the positioning of the electrical locker is easy access to the helm. Simply a couple of steps up from the saloon, you have all your breakers in one spot. Genset starts, so it's just easy to monitor and see the whole electrical system.
So as we make our way up to the enclosed flybridge space, what you'll notice here is the amount of space that the design team is able to create, which is noticeably larger than the previous generation M51. Neil, why don't you take us through how you've been able to achieve this?
Well, Simon, with these new generation of flybridge boats, we've been able to increase the beam on the flybridge. It's notably so with our wings, the way that we've styled the boat, and it gives us way more internal space up here. It gives us a bit more length in terms of our styling with the enclosure, and it turns out to be a really nice package. We've been able to keep the window lines down, so visibility is really nice, really comfortable, and you've got this really nice flow through again from every area of the boat. So the features that you see inside the boat here, we've got this beautiful long skylight feature with opening hatches forward and aft ends for ventilation, and then we've got these huge long sliding side windows for cross ventilation, and the amount of glazing throughout the boat really opens up the boat, so really nice feature. When you look at the seating area here, we've got our cruising lounge on the forward end there. We've got a rear lounge which actually converts into another pull-out bed there. So the whole area, not only is it really functional, but it really is nice and open and spacey in here.
Up here on the M50 Helm, you can see that there's a new helm design. It's an evolution of our current designs on our previous boats, and it is inspired by what the latest and greatest automotive trends are. It's easy access, lots of usability, great sight lines, ergonomics, features luxury seats which recline, are heated. They move to every orientation to suit the user. You've got access down on the starboard side here, easy control, easy access to all my buttons. Standard buttons, autopilot, nice navigation screens here up the front, easy to reach them, drink holders, and your standard controls, thrusters, joystick, and VHF right here next to the wheel. Big part of the helm design is ergonomics. As you can see here, we have made ample space below, so you can have a standing position. You've got alternate positions for your feet. Depending on your ergonomics, depending on your body shape, it fits lots of different people. Part of the design brief was making a cohesive space for the guests as well as the owner. Our cruising lounge now incorporates visibility to the owner while also maintaining a nice view outside. You've got access to a stereo system for yourself and for the owner. We have storage above. We have access to the air conditioning units and other utilities up forward, all while maintaining a nice open airy space.
Maritimo is known for their large rear flybridge decks. As you come out here on the 50, you can see there's ample space, plenty of room for furniture. You can sit on the rear rail here, nice fiberglass rear rail with breezeway below, upholstered headliners. You can put clears around there, but it's a perfect spot to have an afternoon drink and enjoy the view. What Maritimo's customers love about our side decks is a nice deep bulwark, and a nice secure feeling as you walk up to the foredeck. I want to point out the new air intakes that we've got here now. We've evolved the manufacturing process, made it simpler, but actually improved some of the air intake qualities, the internal Dorade system, and that's given us this really nice, clean, styled look air intake vent. So we're up on the foredeck of the Maritimo 50 here. As you see, there's ample space for tender storage here. You can have jocks over the front there. You can have a sun pad if you want an option with a sun pad. These large skylights, which lets lots of natural light down into the accommodation space. There's a new feature that we've incorporated onto the 50. And then over on the starboard side is where we have the position for a davit.
As we move down to the accommodation space, you'll be able to see what the design team has been able to achieve in this area. Julian, why don't you take us through the VIP cabin?
Firstly, what you notice is this skylight that Neil previously showed you on the foredeck. It has a forward opening hatch. It features blinds for complete blockout for nighttime. In the center, we have a signature size queen size bed, which slides forward to turn into 2 single berths. Underneath on this side here, you have storage. Over on the starboard side, we feature a nice TV. On the port side, we have a full size hanging locker. And just above the bed, we have nice pigeon lockers with lots of storage. Each side of the bed, bedside tables with storage below, GPOs, places to charge your phone, and air conditioning control. From the forward VIP cabin, you have your ensuite door, which leads you into the day head. It features a large shower, beautiful vanity, nice faucet, storage below, storage behind your mirror, comfortable space.
As we come down to the entrance into our master stateroom, we have the location for a separate washer dryer stack unit outside of the accommodation space. And here we are in our master stateroom. And as you can see, we've got our full beam cabin. We've got large hull windows, port and starboard side, and there's opening ports on those, so you're going to get a lot of natural ventilation blowing through there. The berth itself is a full king size berth, so what we've been able to achieve on this 50-footer is something you'd see on a much, much bigger boat, i.e. R75. Over on the port side there, we've got a lounge. The starboard side, there's additional drawer storage space. We've got a full height hanging locker as you come in on the starboard side. And then you've got another one over here on the port side. As you can see, full headroom throughout the boat, really well appointed, large TV at the foot of the bed. It's just a massive, massive cabin for this size of vessel. A great feature of the boat. And then when we walk into the ensuite, I'll show you what we've been able to achieve here. So we've got our beautiful bench tops here. Again, a solid surface that we do in-house. We've got our solid surface tiling on the floor. So a really nice feature that you see is unique to this boat. Plenty of storage, below bench storage, above bench storage, behind the mirrors there. Our discreet toilet is tucked away there, so it gives you some privacy. And as you move forward then into the shower area there, you'll see how much headroom, how much space there is here. You can have a party in here. So it's a really nice, generous ensuite for any master cabin.
Stepping down into our engine room, the first thing you notice is the immense space. The design team was tasked with making a very accessible maintenance program for the engines on this boat. We have had the ability to get our wing tanks and remove them completely from the engineering space. We have a central tank forward under the main berth, and that has allowed us to have full access around the engines for serviceability. This M50 has been spec'd with the Volvo D13 800s, and it has the ZF 325 gearboxes on it. We're down in the aft end of the engine room here, and you can see the immense space behind me. This allows for different configurations. On this boat, we have a genset on the starboard side, could be optioned here on the port side, and we also have a central space for a gyro. On the port hand side, we have our battery banks, we have house, and we have start batteries. On the starboard side, they've optioned for a water maker, which fits nicely next to the starboard engine.